Hey, I'm Ben Silverio.
I'm Lavender Vyxn.
And I'm Ansel Burch.
And it's
Time to
party.
We are not doctors. We don't give medical advice. Please drink responsibly. Today's episode was recorded on June 29th, 2026.
Oh my god, we forgot to introduce Cobalt. He's here too.
Oh, and Cobalt. Cobalt Vyxn.
He heard his name and he's looking at me like, "What you got? What you got for me?"
Is this the first time we've had a dog on the podcast?
No, surely not.
We've had cats.
We've had a lot of cats.
A lot of cats. Maybe first dog?
Maybe.
You know, I always say how I got a Sagittarius male into my home. I'll never know, but here we are.
Anyway, party people, welcome to Time to Party, the podcast where we review time travel media and tell you if it's worth your time. The way things work around here, episode 1, we review the movie, the TV show, the interpretive dance, what else we got, Ansel? What's in the works?
Sculpture.
Yes.
Fondue theme.
Oh my god, if someone sends us a time travel cocktail, we will gladly review those.
Oh, now I really want to do a time travel cocktail.
See, there you go.
I don't even know what that would mean yet.
Well, we're going to find out together. Episode 2.
If I sound far away for the rest of the episode, no, I'm thinking about that.
Episode 2, we like to hand out some party favors. That is our world-famous drinking and smoking game. World-famous in our own minds. And our edutainment section, where you might just learn something. Finally,
if you're not careful.
Episode 3, if you're not careful. Finally, episode 3, we enter the conversation pit with our guest, who this month is the incredible, the award-winning Lavender Vyxn. Sup, girl?
Hey.
Insert applause sound effects.
Yeah.
It's at this point, but it's like hurtful because I haven't won anything in about 5 years.
But you still won, and it still counts.
At this point, it's just like Bridget offensive.
How is it offensive to sing your praises?
True.
We just got to enter you in more contests.
That's what I keep saying.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I keep saying. But party people, Lavender is with us this month to talk about the phenomenal romantic comedy drama, I guess, because it's all of those things.
Man, that is my biggest note about this movie.
Well, we will get there. But first, we need to let you know that we are talking about Richard Curtis's About Time from 2013. If you don't know anything about that movie, here's what our friends at IMDb tell us. At the age of 21, Tim discovers he can travel in time and change what happens, and has happened in his own life. His decision to make his world a better place by getting a girlfriend turns out not to be as easy as you might think. They really phoned that one in, IMDb.
Yeah. Also, what a fucking white man approach.
Totally.
To be like, he discovered because his dad fucking told him about the privilege that comes with his goddamn family.
My God.
What a discovery. Good work, buddy.
Yeah. White people.
You definitely earned it.
Well, specifically white men. Like, that's... Yeah. Why is it only that this particular family of white men gets to travel in time?
Question we never even bother to ask.
We're at the end of Pride Month. How terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Frankly, homophobic.
Truly.
I kept waiting for the sister to suddenly have time travel powers.
That's what I was saying.
And like dad just didn't think about it. It's like, oh, it never occurred to me a girl could do it.
I never thought to ask any of the women in our family.
Bill Nighy could never, but
true. Well, speaking of Bill Nighy, I mean, like, the cast for this movie is phenomenal.
Oh, incredible shit. Except for, I will say, casting Margot Robbie as the girl he turns down was so implausible.
Man.
In my notes, I just say, fucking Margot Robbie, are you kidding?
Yeah, I mean, even back then when Margot Robbie was a lesser known entity, like, she's still smoking hot.
Yeah, right. We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Gosh. Well, if she had just accepted his advances during that summer, then
I guess.
I also wrote down friend zoned in many time zones.
My God.
In many timelines. So
Truly.
that must hurt, being friend zoned in multiple timelines.
Yeah, man. No matter what you do. Yep. Still in that friend zone.
You know what I think is funny? Like, a lot of people thirst after Domhnall Gleeson in Star Wars, but like he's much more attractive here. I mean, he's also not playing a space Nazi.
Yeah, he doesn't have that space Nazi swagger, It's people who aren't in touch with their deep, latent space Nazi leanings.
But Rachel McAdams, like, romantic comedy queen.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're not always comedies. Like, she's also in the romantic dramas, too.
Yes, romance queen.
Romance queen, there it is. Do you have a favorite?
Plausibly in love with, I suppose.
There it is. It's The Fringe. It's simply adorable. Do you have a favorite Rachel McAdams performance?
Oh, if you're a bird, I'm a bird. Come on. The Notebook. Come on.
Is that a line from The Notebook?
Yes.
Okay.
Clearly Ansel has watched it.
I have seen it, but only once.
As a millennial, grew up as a femme person in the millennia.
Yeah.
I can attest that I have seen that movie far too many times.
I mean, I love her in Mean Girls.
Yeah, Mean Girls.
Mean Girls is an iconic performance.
Choice. Yeah.
But also Red Eye. Have you seen that one?
Oh, not in a long time.
Yeah.
Was it a thriller? Kind of a suspense sort of action?
Very much, yeah.
I did see her in that newest one. What is the name of it? It's like a horror comedy.
Right, when she's on an island.
Yeah, what's that movie called? Sorry.
I don't know.
No Help.
Right.
No. Okay, I didn't know that wasn't in there.
So
it was
Rachel
good?
McAdams was in this. Best way I can describe is horror comedy. I watched it. I almost paid $25 to rent this sucker, and then I waited a few weeks and then streamed it.
Proud of you.
She really held this movie, you guys. Like, she, like, tooth and nail held this movie up because it was quite terrible. Otherwise, I'm not going to lie to you. But her acting chops in this, she's like, she gets a little kooky, a little crazy, and that's it's exactly what I wanted from the film from her, because she's just got that Rachel McAdams smile. You know what I mean? She just like has that like plastered on smile that somehow works for her. And it's the same one in this film. She just smiles, and like that's her whole thing. She's just like, I'm gonna hold this smile and stare at you until you love me.
My character's been given very little agency in this storyline.
Yes. I felt like her character was pretty. It was like fluffy to say the least. She's like, becomes a mother is like her life goal, you know?
But she knew she wanted that, and she went for it. So, like, I mean, that's feminism too, I guess. But yeah, I see what you mean about her. We don't really learn about what else she might want in her life.
Right. And her like obsession with Kate Moss was pretty interesting. Did anybody like kind of catch that?
And then disappeared.
Yeah, like she's like, I love Kate Moss. Like she said nothing else about it. She's like, oh, supermodel has more depth than just a pretty face. And then she gives us that plastered smile.
It does suggest that there was going to be a deeper story there. Like, oh, okay, you read something about this speaks to you, that she's not just that she is still the naked girl on the beach. I was like, oh, what an interesting place to. No, we're not going to explore that any further. Okay. Unless
bet
maybe
Richard
we did, and I'm
Curtis-
just too dumb to pick it up.
No, I don't think they did. And that is a very good observation. I wonder if Richard Curtis had initially had a cameo from Kate Moss.
Oh, maybe.
And then when it didn't work out, they just kept in the Kate Moss thing anyway.
Yeah. I was going to call out Sherlock Holmes as my Rachel McAdams touch point. I was really hoping for a third one, if only so we got some more of that Irene Adler story, because she was great in that role.
Sure.
Good choice.
And in looking at her IMDb, we should mention the movie we watched, about 2 years ago now? Midnight in Paris. Also,
That's right. Yep.
Go back and re-listen to that episode.
Yeah. Go back and re-listen to all the episodes.
And The Time Traveler's Wife, frankly. Which,
oh God, The Time Traveler's
if I'm
Wife.
honest, maybe is part of why I was so traumatized watching this movie.
God, The Time Traveler's Wife was so... and then they remade it into a series?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to put myself through that again.
Yeah, no thank you.
Why would anyone? Until somebody decides to come on the podcast and is like, hey, I want to talk about Time Traveler's Wife.
Yeah, we'll watch the whole show and talk about it. It'd be great.
Oh my God. I mean, we kind of did that with Loki, right?
Kind of. We only technically talked about one episode of Loki.
Oh, true. Okay.
Though we did range pretty far. Anyway.
So something about Tim. Lavender and I frequently talk about How I Met Your Mother. So
Correct.
I'd like to bring up the Dobler or Dahmer effect and apply it to Tim, because this
For those
theory.
of you playing the drinking game at home.
Sorry. The Dobler or Dahmer theory is either your Lloyd Dobler from the romantic comedy Say Anything, or your Jeffrey Dahmer, serial killer. And it's like you can be either one depending on how the thing you do is perceived. Now, if Mary didn't like Tim, some of this stuff would be kind of creepy, right?
Oh,
Incredibly
3,000%. Yeah.
That whole scene was, I was ready for him to reset because he had fucked it up, and then she was just into it. I was like,
yeah,
nah, bro, you can't just know shit about her. That's not cool. And then just because he stuck with the one where he just hung out at the museum whether she wanted it or not, right?
Yeah,
that was the version he went with.
That was like truly a part. I was like, what is this film?
Oh, actually, when he met Rupert, the boyfriend, was when he undid that.
Oh,
yeah,
you're right. He
pretty
did
funny
undo
too.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
But still, when he went to the party, he still knew a lot about her. And she just forgot about it when he started talking about Kate Moss.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It was so fun. It was like, oh, you said the magic word. My mind is wiped. You said Kate Moss.
Yeah, that's her sleeper cell activation.
Yeah. I was like, is this a robot film? Or is this going to be revealed she's a robot? I'd be kind of into that.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's the Winter Soldier, but only for Kate Moss. Yeah, no, there was a second where when that speech was happening, I thought that Mary was going to like start saying the words along with him in that like tropey rom-com-y way. But like, this isn't exactly a tropey kind of rom-com. Although I'm sure that the trailers only put the rom-com-y bits in it.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. How do you feel? So we met them. They met each other at a like pitch black dining experience, which I think is very LA coded. Don't you think?
Oh yeah.
Like a pop-up nowadays in 2026, you would see this everywhere.
There is one in Chicago.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Coming at LA. What now, bro? It's in your town.
We didn't start this, Ben. You know that's some LA bullshit.
Yeah, but it's in London, so I'm blaming them.
So how would you feel about going to like a pitch black dining, heighten all of your senses kind of place and meet the love of your life there? Do you think it's possible in 2026?
I think it's the thesis of a few different dating shows, right? Where like you don't get to see them until you've gotten to know them. It takes away all of the artifice and posturing and gesture and what have you, and you focus on who the person is, supposedly, which I don't know that I completely buy that premise, because you can lie a whole bunch with your word parts. But it's cute. It's a cute concept that, like, they fell in love with each other without him knowing that she's a smoke show. But yeah, the idea of placing people at a table with other humans, I think that's the part that beggars credulity. Like, if you go to the one here in Chicago, you get to sit with your own damn friend, and you get served by, and I think the servers are all blind. Is the
Cool
trick? Is like the servers are already like comfortable in the space, and you know, it sort of gives you a chance to understand what life must be like for them as well. So there's like an extra layer to it, as opposed to the extra layer being a truly blind date. Which was that the theme of the restaurant?
No, like, you know, I think it's exactly what you described, like trying to recreate the experience of like dining as a blind person, because their waiters were also blind and all that stuff.
I think the menu had Braille on it, if I remember right.
But like the idea of making it a truly blind date, I thought was really cute, like almost brilliant. And in like a more kitschy movie, this would have been played up for more laughs. But like, because this was the movie it didn't have as many laughs, but like it seemed like kind of more sincere. But again, Dobler or Dahmer, if this was perceived one way, this would be really fucking weird. I mean, he gets custard in her eye trying to feed her.
Hey, she signed up for that, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was pretty tame. I think like she knew what she was signing up for. And I think that was sort of like the happy accident that they met each other. But it isn't, I forgot that wasn't the timeline that actually played out.
That's right.
Yeah.
So he fell in love. That's when he fell in love with her. Mm-hmm. But I actually can't think like when she just kind of was like all in from the beginning. Like he said Kate Moss, and she said done deal. Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting, because it was pretty cute. I remember thinking like this is pretty like quintessential like rom-com world, especially for like 2013 era. Like I felt like it was pretty accurate for that.
Yeah.
But also the
first act is just like straight up 2013 rom-com.
Yeah. And then it divulges into just something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm sure that Richard Curtis was totally going through something when writing this story about a father and son. You know, it was just like so painful yet beautiful when it came to the narration about love and life and loss and all that. Like, you go into this thinking it's going to be a little light and fluffy, but like it's certainly not by the end. I mean,
deeply English as well.
Very much. Oh my God. Speaking of the English, they love going into wardrobes and coming out into fantasy worlds. What's up with that?
It's a fine old tradition. I actually briefly thought about making wardrobes my edutainment segment.
No way.
Yeah. So wardrobes go back all the way to ancient Rome and were brought to the UK by the Romans. So,
oh my gosh.
God, if that's not what you picked, I wonder what you did pick.
You know, we just celebrated Pride Month, so it's always best to come out of that closet whenever possible.
Boom.
Yeah, see?
There's a soundbite.
Especially, it's like this family secret at 21. It's like, when did you come out? When did you come out of your closet, son?
Oh, there we go.
It's a bonding thing,
Bill Nighy wants you to go into the closet, son.
Yes.
Go in there.
Stay in there.
Speaking of, am I the only one who thought Kit Kat was going to be gay?
Oh, she gave
Oh, yeah.
total lesbian vibes.
The fact that she ended up with a guy, nope, don't believe it.
At the very least, bisexual, totally.
Yeah,
Oh,
she said something that tugged on my heartstrings. She said, like, men are not very kind to me, or something like that.
Yeah,
that really got me. Yeah.
Oh
God, I just want to give Kit Kat the biggest hug. Like, she's so sweet. And so is Uncle Desmond.
Kit Kat.
Oh, Uncle D. I
Uncle
loved
Desmond
him.
He might be the most British character in this whole thing. Uncle Desmond needs his own movie. It's just the Banshees of Inisherin, but with time travel.
Oh no! That movie's so sad.
That's a comedy,
which is ridiculous. That's insane that that's a comedy.
British sensibilities, baby.
Truly. My
so
God.
dry, you could use it to wipe up your beer.
Oh, God. But Uncle Desmond was so sweet.
Uncle Desmond was great.
You know, instead of Richard Curtis reviving Love Actually for Red Nose Day, let's get the mini sequel about time, you know?
Ooh. Yes, please.
Especially with the way that Love Actually has kind of, you know, evolved in pop culture minds.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly it's Andrew Lincoln's character in that movie. That's gone.
In what way has it?
Well, I mean, I think people have decided to like move more towards Andrew Lincoln's character being a creep. With the you know, with the signs to his best friend's girlfriend or wife. But, you know, it's all media literacy and context and everything. So this is a whole other discussion.
Yeah.
But, you know, still, Richard Curtis movie. I mean, Richard Curtis is one of the great romantic storytellers from the UK, I think, even despite his track record, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of people will look at his stuff and think it's kind of corny. But, like, I just think a lot of it is kind of relatable, you know? I mean, Bridget Jones's Diary, Notting Hill, Yesterday, you know? Like, these movies aren't like, you know, they're not necessarily like top tier, right? But like they're still a lot of fun, and they're like a comfy blanket, you know what you're gonna get. You feel all warm and fuzzy for a little bit, and then you have to get up and do the real stuff. Wait, shut up. He used to write on Mr. Bean. That makes sense.
Okay.
Did you watch Mr. Bean growing up? Either of you?
Oh yeah.
I obviously know what it is, but like that kind of corniness, that kind of like almost like slapstick is kind of like what I remember about it.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Love Actually. There's that scene,
yes.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, that he's like packing the secret gift.
Yep.
For the girlfriend.
Oh, Alan Rickman. You dummy.
Rest in peace, King.
Right. But his character in that movie was kind of a dick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Alan Rickman got cast as a dick more often than not. He was very good at it.
Very good at it. But the best Alan Rickman, I think, is Galaxy Quest.
Oh, yeah.
By Grabthar's hammer.
You will be avenged.
This is going off course, but have you all seen Perfume?
I have not, but it has been recommended to me many times.
Oh,
I need to watch it.
Strap in. It is a wild film, and Alan Rickman is in it.
Hell yeah.
Wild film about a gifted boy who can smell, has an amazing sense of smell, and he wants to become a perfumer, but he's like trying to track down the perfect scent, and it turns homicidal. And that's all I'm gonna say. the last 15 minutes of that film is just the most like A24 coded thing you will ever see. It is a trip. So if you are in the mood to just kind of like, you know, when you get done with a film and you just stare at the like credits and you're just like, what did I just watch? It's like very that.
Oh yeah.
But Perfume, would recommend it to absolutely anyone who
Nice.
enjoys maybe getting really high or getting quite tipsy and watching a film. That's a perfect one for it.
Our audience would never do something like that.
Certainly not.
Before I put this train completely back on the rails, I did look at my notes, and I wrote down that Harry had mentioned the Titanic of play openings, but with no survivors.
Yeah.
And that's why Tim had to erase his first meeting with Mary to help his really cynical friend and roommate.
Which,
But,
I mean, what a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Although clearly he just hadn't thought it through, but still very sweet of him.
But you know.
Oh, I wrote that down, and I was like, he could have gotten her number, like in the same timeline. He could have gotten her number, memorized it as one does in the we're still in the 2000s, like 2010s.
Yeah.
We're still memorizing phone numbers, right?
I
And
wasn't, but
then helped
some
out at the
people
play
probably
at
were.
the same night. I don't know. I felt like it could have all happened. He could have micromanaged and just like made that happen. But
I think if
we
he
wouldn't
had it
have
to,
the film.
I think once he learned that she had a secret agent activation phrase, he absolutely could have. You know, you just go back to the same bar. Kate Moss. Oh, okay. Here's my phone number.
I love you.
All right, great. I gotta
Mhm.
go save a play real quick. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, I got to
But
think about what
honestly,
my activation phrase would be.
Maybe
I thought it was
maybe this is the-
Titanic.
Yeah, that's
That's
probably
true. Maybe this is
Titanic's
the
a big
theater
one.
kid of me, but I thought that he should have gone farther back to have them actually memorize their lines prior to opening night.
Oh,
And then he could have still gone down the date.
be off book.
Yeah.
Be off book.
Trick them
Mhm.
into being actually off book. That's what he really needed to do.
Yeah, there are a number of ways that he could have done it much better than he actually did. But again, with the cue cards, like Richard
Yeah.
Curtis loves
Oh,
the cue card
yeah.
moment.
Loves a cue card. He thinks they're
Huh.
very funny.
Did Love Actually come out before this film?
It did, yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe he's just referencing his own brilliance. He's like,
He's
cue cards
allowed.
are the way.
He's allowed.
It's true. But yes, I had to mention Titanic because
Mhm, I knew
Lavender
it.
loves it.
I, as any millennial, I was just my sister is about 5 years older than me, and she had the Titanic t-shirt. Her and her friends would like recreate these scenes. Like we would be in the pool in our backyard, and we would use a floaty to be the floating door. And I was not allowed to watch Titanic when it first came out. So I watched them do that and just being very confused and also yearning to know what they're talking about. And they said you can be Rose's ghost. I was allowed to like float around and be her ghost. And I again hadn't watched it, so I'm just like ooh around her friends. So Titanic holds a big place because one, it's a perfect film. Two, I wasn't allowed to watch it, so then I just, revel in any kind of nostalgia about it out of spite.
Rose, a character who famously does not die in the movie, and your sister made you play her ghost.
Yes. Yes. Again, 5 years older. That difference between femme sisters is rough.
I mean,
And that's where our lore started.
I've got 7 years between myself and my little brother, so I feel that. I feel that. I don't have the femme presenting siblings situation, but
yeah, it's
the
it's
time.
a lot of heightened emotions and a lot of hormones happening at different time frames. So
for me, it was just that he didn't get interesting until I was leaving.
But he's interesting now.
Oh, he's great. He's a traveling laser repairman.
What the hell?
What?
Yeah, he's like almost 7 feet tall. He's got a big bushy beard and long hair. He looks like he should be, I don't know, something out of a fantasy novel. And he fixes lasers. He travels around the country fixing lasers.
Are all the men in your family this interesting?
No, distinctly not. I have some very boring uncles. We tend towards the exceptional, but or not exceptional. What's the word I want? Eccentric. That's the word I want. We tend towards the eccentric.
That seemed like a Freudian slip there.
He's exceptional. I'm the weird.
Speaking of weird, I mean, Tim was kind of stalking Mary for a second through time, right?
A million%.
That was totally stalking. I mean, just
I was very ready
gallery.
for him to go back to when she was a kid, but I think that's just because of Time Traveler's Wife trauma.
Don't let Time Traveler's Wife paint your view of this movie, please.
Well, wasn't it the structure? So, like, his dad, when he gave him this whole, like, this family secret thing that the men in their family are able to do, he's like, you can't. I love how they always say, there's multiple films where they're like, you cannot go back and kill Hitler. Like, that's always the thing that they say. They're like, you cannot go, because that's the first thing you think of, right? Something like on a worldly impact, right? But it's always just this, like, personal story and, like, driving that. So that's how they squash that. They're like, you cannot go back. So it has to be like things he has already witnessed, right? Things he has already done, or moments he has already been to, or something like that.
Yeah, he had to have been there in his timeline.
He had to have been there and remember it. Yeah,
that's an interesting time travel mechanic, right? Like, having a rule like that does kind of make the story a lot smaller, a lot more intimate, a lot more personal, you know? So it's like, we don't have to deal with Tim flying to America to stop the assassination of JFK for some reason, you know? So it does kind of put a little cap on the story, but like, yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying for sure.
It does also, though, at the end of the movie, you have to wonder if this is an artificial rule.
Oh.
Much like all of his other rules turned out, you could bend them. They traveled back to when he was a fucking kid for that last walk on the beach.
Yeah.
And he acknowledged, like, this breaks all the rules. Shouldn't do it. We're going to do it anyway. Came back.
That was so interesting because, like, I felt a little bit like where this movie shifted for me, and it was right about halfway, is like when his sister got into that accident and he went to go fix it in the way that he knew how, and he got her to not drive that day, but then it changed the whole course of his life. Like his kid was not his kid anymore. Like it was his child, but it was a different child. And then they like broke down the sperm thing, which I thought was really wild, of like this one sperm and this egg made this baby. So if you want to have that child, you can't change anything like up until a certain point. Right. So when at the very end of the film, when they did that big jump, they had to then both relive their entire lives again, right? Like they kind of took it all the way back.
So that was the thing that I didn't appreciate, is that he said they couldn't travel forward, but they very clearly could. When they were done with whatever they were doing, they could go right back to where they started off and see how it turned out. Because remember,
wondered that.
He took Kit Kat with him.
Yeah. Oh, and then they said things will be different.
Yeah.
So they're not like when they go back to like that party or they go back to that beach scene with the dad, like they are not then reliving they have to make every single choice the same.
Right. Which is what I thought was going to be the case. But yeah, eventually you find out that no, they go right back where they started when they're done with whatever shenanigans they're up to.
Unless
he can bring somebody with him. This is the only time we see him do that.
Yeah. Unless the film just catches up to the moment, you know, further down the timeline instead of reliving the whole thing over again.
No, because they get back into the wardrobe and he says, remember, everything's going to be different. And that's where he meets his son, his now son.
Absolutely correct. Yeah. Damn.
And I think that it's not just that everything changed. It's that he didn't want a boy because he didn't want to pass on the time travel thing.
Oh.
Because when he agrees to have the third kid, he says, Dad always wanted there to be more of us. And I read that to be like, I guess I'll allow a boy into this family.
That's true. And then I thought I was like projecting, but like that boy ends up being the boy from earlier, right?
I think so, yeah.
I thought so, which was kind of an interesting twist. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Also, Bill Nighy clearly does not understand science because he did not travel back to before he made that baby. He traveled back to after the baby was already gestating, but he saved his sister.
Mm-hmm.
So that egg was already chosen. That the sperm had been picked.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. So well, big plot hole there.
Plot hole.
He is Bill Nighy and not Bill Nye, so he's not known for being a science guy.
Wow.
We don't need to expect that from him.
I did write down, I said, did this just become the butterfly effect? Like, that was like, oh, we're going to go, we're doing that. Like, we're going to make this really heady and really like it. That's when it stopped becoming kind of this traditional rom-com for me. And became like a little bit twisted and a little like, wait, trying like Ansel trying to find that, follow the plot, you know, and like trying to track when the time jumping is happening and where they're at was a little confusing, but like, I don't know. I enjoyed it. That's when I was like, oh, this movie got a little like several times better for me when that happened. Because then they could really say something. Like they with the, you know, the dad saying like, this is my formula for happiness. And this is my, like, that's when those kind of things started to come in and make this a little bit more of like a deeper sort of film. So,
and it was very classically in the third act that kind of rolled over. Or rather, 2/3 of the way through the runtime, if you want to be more scientific around it. But yeah. I agree, though. I think that's really where the rubber hit the road. We did a lot of establishing and a lot of like, okay, we build this as a rom-com. We got to do all the rom-com things. But hey, what about cancer?
Oh, man. Yeah.
What if something terrible happened to Uncle Desmond?
No, don't say that.
No, right?
We must protect Uncle Desmond at all costs.
This is accurate.
But like, you know, we're talking about all these like stereotypically rom-commy moments. One of my favorite bits was when Tim kept replacing the best man.
That was good.
I thought that was very funny. Like, poor Rory, Jay was obviously going to be a bad choice, but then to end with his dad was very sweet. It reminded me of the one time that I gave a best man speech at my aunt's wedding. So when my aunts were getting married, you know, they had all the nieces and nephews involved somehow, and I'm just like, oh, what am I doing? Am I an usher or whatever? And they're like, no, you can be the best man. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, you can make a speech. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. So I crafted a speech that I was very proud of. Basically, I talked about overdone things in a best man speech, and then I applied them to the speech by talking about the things in their relationship that reflected those tropes. I thought it was well constructed. I was very happy with it. And then on the day, we started drinking early. So I kind of fast forwarded through the speech. And I'm just like, fuck.
Ben said, in this dissertation, I will, and then just like collapsed backwards.
Blackout.
Yeah.
What an essayist thing to do.
I also spoke at my sister's wedding, but they had a dry wedding.
Oh no.
So
why have a wedding then?
I am actually, like, funnily enough, like, I know I have my whole microphone set up, but I am actually really scared to talk into microphones in front of people.
Oh, sure.
So I have that phobia. And so and I'm like completely sober having to do this thing. So it was kind of nightmarish. I'm sure I did a similar thing where I talked about, like, here's all the things you can anticipate. And I was like, she'll kick you in your sleep.
Classic.
She'll steal all of the blankets from you. I was like giving him advice on what to anticipate for my sister, and I thought it was endearing, but I don't think she liked it very much.
Yeah, I ended up posting my whole speech on Facebook like the following Monday, and was like, in case you couldn't understand my speech, this is what I said.
I don't know how coherent I was. Here's what I
got
meant
a transcript and everything.
Yeah, I mean, my aunts liked it. Like, I think as far as I know, they enjoyed it.
Were they wasted too?
I mean, my one aunt probably was, but yeah, no, I remember talking about The Princess Bride, and God, there were just some moments that I was just, First Corinthians, and there was a third thing because I had to make it the rule of three. And yeah, no, I was really happy with the way that I constructed it. And then, of course, I went and blew it like a big dummy, like a Rory. Okay, so about time. Big question, really. Is it worth your time, friends?
I mean, if it wasn't for this whole like butterfly effect moment where they really like got deeper, I truly was ready to just kind of kick back and enjoy like a very British film. So I don't know. I think it's two separate films at once. So I kind of enjoyed it for that reason. It kind of took me by surprise, so to speak. So I had a great time with it. I got a little teary-eyed, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was like, oh, especially dads. Like, dad, like, we just had Father's Day, and like when the dad like goes back, he's like, I should have said I loved you like at your speech, and he went back to like say it, and like that little like nugget of film was so precious. And then like him knowing that, both of them knowing that like it would be like the very last time that they would see each other. I thought it was really well done in like the tearjerker sense.
Yeah. I was not prepared to be that broken up about this movie, but yeah, same. It hit me hard. And yeah, I would also say that this movie was very much worth my time. It was fun and cute for a while, and then it was like deep and poignant for a while. And hey, not many movies can thread that needle twice. So I full credit to Richard Curtis.
Yeah, totally. This is my favorite Richard Curtis movie. And I was specifically saving it for whenever Lavender would have time, because she's such a lover girly that talking about a romantic movie would be fun. But
well, it's about time. We did it.
We did it.
There it is.
But yeah, no, just the amount of stuff that Richard Curtis gets in there, like it does almost feel like the runtime is a little long, but like some of those moments you really need to like sit in for a second, you know, just to really get the full gravity of it. Like, you know, all the stuff with the dad in the third act was just, as you both have said, so heart-wrenching. And I know that this movie is going to like hit different as I progress in age and things start to happen, but like even now where I'm at now, like that was such a total like big emotional puddle moment, you know. But then, you know, in the beginning you had all that cutesy stuff with Mary, and like even though it was some light stalking involved, but yeah, no, it just like it hit a lot of really sweet spots for me, and a lot of the shots were beautifully composed. Another like love letter to London, you know, making it another very prominent setting, but also like Cornwall. Like, who makes Cornwall look romantic, right?
Oh, like their house that they were at? That was gorgeous.
Yes.
I was like, where are we? This is like some Pride and Prejudice shit. It was so beautiful with like cliffs. There's like cliffs and mountains, and it was gorgeous.
And the answer to your question, Ben, is only a deeply British person, because Cornwall is incredible, but nobody knows about it.
Nobody. Oh god, and that was another thing. It made me miss my study abroad adventures in London. I just, when they were in the tube station, I was just like, oh man, that would have been super cute to do while I was over there. It's almost like what little known romantic comedy On the Line does for Chicago, starring Lance Bass and Joey Fatone. It is, I think it's an underrated movie. I think most of my film critic colleagues will disagree, but you know, it's cute. Lance Bass puts out an ad to find this girl he meets on the train.
Aw, that's
it's adorable.
Cute. Yeah,
there was one point where I wanted to go to that train station, that L stop, and I never made it while I was living in Chicago. So,
which L stop did you somehow not have access to?
Oh, I mean,
well, me and Ben watched this film together because Ben needed me to know. Me and Ben's friendship was built on films, so tis why I'm here. Again, I'm just the personality hire. I don't know. I don't have any like. I've never written a review in my life about movies. I don't have a letterboxd, but me and Ben's friendship blossomed over films, and yeah, we watched that film together. I believe it was The Brown Line in the Loop.
Yes. That sounds correct.
It's the Washington L stop, apparently.
We have the technology, folks.
That was the AI overview, so I'm going to find a real article.
Good, yeah.
Good. But yes, I think it was because when we watched it, I said, "Oh, that's definitely the Loop. That's like right there." Because when I first moved to Chicago, I was living in the Loop. I was in like Printers Row area for college.
Oh,
yeah!
What a great neighborhood to live in. Fuck.
Oh, it was great, and like we had like apartment style dorms, which now don't exist. I think they sold them or something. But we were right there, like deep in the heart of like Printers Row. And it was gorgeous, and it was very fun for like that first year of Chicago. We would like on the weekends, we thought we were so cool, and we're like, we're gonna go explore, and we went to Wicker Park, which now sounds like very cringeworthy in my opinion. Nothing wrong with Wicker, just like I'm a Red Line girly, have always been. I don't ever go west in the city that often. So
I'm a big fan of Wicker Park, but I agree that like I also look back at when I thought Wicker Park was exploring the city with a fair amount of cringe.
Yeah. So many thrift stores.
I hate to tell you this, but when you Google the name of this movie, almost no things come up aside from IMDb.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Because no one talks about this movie.
It's clearly. Here is your niche, Ben.
Yes.
Yeah. Rom-coms that people forget about, obviously. It's me and BJ Colangelo heading up that fight.
There you go. Hey.
Dear friend BJ Colangelo from Slash Film and This Ends a Prom podcast also wrote an incredible book with her wife about sleepaway camp and a queer reading of that movie. Highly recommend picking it up. Why did I bring up BJ? I don't know. I'm just going to say I brought it up because she's awesome.
Lover of obscure rom-coms.
There it is. See, this is what you get paid for, Ansel.
Yeah.
Roping it all back in.
Stay above the fray a little bit.
Yes. Well, party people, I think it's safe to say that we all enjoyed taking a look back at About Time. Might be hard to find right now when you're listening to it. I had to rent it because it's not streaming anywhere right now. But yes, highly recommend checking out this. Delightful. I'll just say delightful. It was very fun, I think. Even despite getting sad for a little while. But yes, you can find us on the internet. I'm at Silverio20 on Instagram, Letterboxd, and Blue Sky and other stuff.
Oh, I am Lavender Vyxn. That's VYXN on Instagram. I have a cozy gaming channel on YouTube called Cozy and Caffeinated. I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm on Twitch at Cozy Caffeinated. I have a Discord channel. Guys, I am so perpetually online now. It's wild. So go find me on all the things. Link in bio situation.
We'll put it all in the show notes.
And there's a puppy cam.
Oh yes. If you tune into a live stream, you will get a puppy cam.
That's very good.
He's currently curled up right now.
Star of the show.
There he is.
And you can find me at The Indecisionist on all of the meta properties, as well as any of the other social media platforms that I probably don't post on, but you can still send me messages and stuff. You can also find me at indecisionist.com, where I host this podcast and several other podcasts and a monthly gaming event and the games that I write and probably some other bullshit by the time you get around to it. So check it out. There's a lot there. And apparently I need your validation. So please go check it out. This has been an Indecisionist. Yeah. This has been an Indecisionist production. Special thanks to April Moralba for our podcast art and to Marlon Longett of Marlon and the Shakes for our amazing theme song.
Yes, if you still use a social media platform that uses hashtags, you can use the hashtag time2party. That's time2party to talk about stuff.
Mm-hmm. We do still watch for people to use it, so you could be one of them.
Well, party people, just try to remember to live every day as if you've deliberately come back to this one. Enjoy it and live it like it's the final full day of your extraordinary, ordinary life. I butchered that quote, by the way.
It was beautiful.
But
yeah, that was good.
I just really chopped up that quote. But anyway, tune in next time to Time to Party, where we are talking about time and other stuff.
And until then,
be excellent to each other.
And party on, dudes.